All right, Shalom. It's your brother Kashakwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And as you can see on the screen, I got another lesson, another topic as in an article. Man, these articles are good to look into. You can see the how the things are playing out at the moment. All right, I've been keeping up with just the flow of the stocks, not fully going and indulging into them. That's why you have Elder Ariala breaking it all down to you when it comes to political, geopolitical, and economic base type material. But I'm gonna give you the synopsis and the basis of it, so you can start at somewhere at least. It says stocks close at records after positive Moderna vaccine results. Okay, so meaning the stocks went higher after a vaccine has came out, pretty much saying that we can get this vaccine out and rolling to the public to go ahead and take it so we can combat the coronavirus. The reason why stocks go up is showing the because really only about like 10% of the population, if that, control the stock market. It's completely and 100% rigged. So it just shows the signs of the thoughts and the patterns of the investors and how they're thinking at the moment. And having a vaccine that is going to roll out that has positive results, as in it can quote unquote cure COVID-19 or be a treatment to it, will mean in turn that things are going to reopen, people are going to get their jobs back, and the market's going to go back to normal. I'm going to go ahead and get a, give y'all a nice little look at what the stock market is looking like at the moment. Okay, when you go into the Dow Jones, it is the highest it's ever been at the moment. It is the highest it's ever been. Today it ended at 29,950 and 44, which is pretty high, but the highest it's ever been is 29,964, which is the highest the stock market has ever been since the inception of the stock market. So you can see how things are increasing, okay? And you can see the hopes, you could say, in Esau's Moderna vaccine, as you can see right here as well. It went up almost 500 points today. All right, so this is the mind of the investors, as they do believe that this vaccine can make a big turnaround. All right, but I will say this: there has been articles that also have been saying if Biden gets into office, which it looks like it's going to be so in January 20th, and he does initiate a total lockdown like his campaign, or not his campaign, that his team of doctors and advisors are saying that will be done, the Dow will drop 4,000 points in one day. That is what they are predicting, because the investors do not want to see that, because shutting down the country means money is lost. People are going to file for unemployment. Money will not be running. Places and services will not be running again. Like the temporary, I'm going to say it, a temporary restriction. It wasn't no lockdown in March of this year. It was a restriction. You had restrictions. You couldn't go here, couldn't go there. All right. But you can still go to here, the grocery store and things. Now, Biden's going to initiate a lockdown where your black ass stays in your house for 4 to 6 weeks. You're not going anywhere. Simple. If you don't work from home, you're shit out of luck. Now, another reason why they've been holding back the coins and the dollar and cash is meaning they're inputting all of that into the banks, okay? Therefore, they're going to be lumped up with cash. So when there is a 4 to 6 week lockdown where literally no one is going outside their quarters, that the banks can pay for the wages of the people. That's why they're quote unquote coin shortages, because they're hoarding the money, okay, in a sense to pay people's wages. That goes back into a one world currency where people get paid the same amount, okay? And there's a complete control on what you are bringing in to the table, and everyone's going to be on the same playing field. It's the same thing as a chip, okay? but you can see the trend of the stock market. So let's get into it. Stock closed at records after positive Moderna vaccine. I want to get into the word Moderna because it has the word modern in it. All right. The word modern means now existing. So there's a now existing vaccine that is rolling out. All right. It says of or pertaining to present or recent times. Okay. Let's keep going. It says to the measure. All right. And it says just now in a manner or in a certain manner, a manner or measure. Okay. So that's kind of what the word Moderna or Moderna means as the vaccine. There's a reason why they use these words and put it as this is the now vaccine. This is what's going to be pushed out. This is the measure of what we're going to give to these people. And this is what's now existing and what you're going to get used to. Okay. Let's see. Let's go into the med to take appropriate measures. Ooh. All right. Taking appropriate measures is pushing out this vaccine to get this COVID-19 in subjection, you could say. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit of this. It says the Dow Jones Industrial Average surged to a new record Monday after a second set of upbeat results from a potential COVID-19 vaccine lifted shares of companies that have been walloped by the pandemic. One of the companies, or I'll say the worlds of companies, is the entertainment industry, as in Hollywood. There has not been one open movie theater since March, and that's straight up. Okay, I'm not going to get into these numbers. It says the Dow's rise was driven by a rally among economical sensitive companies, including Boeing and Chevron, both of which surged more than 7%. Those jumps also helped the SP 500 a second consecutive record close with the benchmark index of 41.76 points or 1.2% to 3626.91, meaning it's going up because of the hopes of the investors. Now, the reason why I have Job 20 sitting here on deck is the reason because they do believe that these things are going to come to pass and everything's going to go back to normalcy, ultimately going into a draconian type way of living where, again, the microchip comes out, and that's when they're going to be a one world currency and everybody's going to get the same amount of money coming into their bank accounts. That is them satisfying their bellies and being on top and ruling over everyone as in their gods. But the Lord has a different plan for these damn devils, and of course they're set up for the okie doke, which we know about. So this is Job chapter 20, verse 21. It says, there shall none of his meat be left. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just start there. 21. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And straits are hard times, okay? It's a hard path, okay? And his fullness of his sufficiency, which we're seeing Esau trying to come to his fullness at the moment by introducing and conditioning these people to get used to what's coming. All right, we spoke about it at camp not too long ago, as in at first, 5-10 years ago, we didn't have no chips on our credit cards and debit cards, and all of a sudden we have one. And now we got to insert it. Then Apple Pay and Google Pay comes where you just got to tap your phone on the machine. Next thing you know, there's a chip on your credit card and you have to insert it. Now all you have to do is tap your card on top of the machine to pay for a bill. Okay, it's becoming more quote unquote accessible and easier use instead of always having to swipe it or pay cash or use coins. It's becoming more efficient or more accessible and easy. Okay, they're making things easy for people and they're conditioning them to do this. In turn, they're conditioning people to go ahead and take a vaccine. And I'm curious where they're going to stick this needle into people. Sometimes you get a shot in your ass, but who knows? They might shoot people right between that little soft spot between the thumb and the pointer finger. Oh, we have to put the vaccine here because this is where it'll be most effective. Okay, well, whatever, do it. That's how people are going to be conditioned because they're going to be willing to take that vaccine. Okay? These people are like sheep led to the slaughter, straight up. They're sheeple. They'll do anything a big white man says to do. Okay? Verse 23 says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Right when he flips that picnic fucking blanket and pulls out his little basket, and right when he's about to eat his stupid little ham sandwich, the Lord's going to come down and slap that shit out of his face and smack him in the face. Just to bring, to a little light and understanding of what the Lord, is going to do on a very low scale. Okay, but just, right before he's about to fill his belly, you got to think about it. Think about having a cup of drink of your favorite juice or whatever liquid, okay? Wine, yawn, or something like that. And you're about to drink it and someone just pops the bottom of the cup and it goes splattering into your face like you MFer. Okay? Why would you do that? And that's what Esau is going to say to the Lord because he's a vile ass creature. Because when you read about it in Revelations, the ninth chapter, he says he neither repented for the sorceries that he did, pretty much. Okay? So he's still going to be cursing at the Lord and things of that nature in a proud manner. And the Lord's going to smack him in the face. Simple. So verse 23 says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And it shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Think about having a picnic and actually, a big ass rain cloud and thunderstorm comes and ruins your shit. Now everything is soggy, including yourself. And it's all ruined. Right. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through, which is these nuclear missiles, man. They're going to come out their asylums, and they're not going to return. All right? It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. Correct. That's what I just said. That's the missiles coming out of the asylum. Okay? Just spoken of in King's speech. All right? The glittering sword, meaning that fiery vapor coming out of the back end of the missile when it gets shot up out of the silos. You see, Job is prophesying about the missiles here. It says, verse 26, all darkness shall be hidden in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Right. Esau, you think this vaccine is going to come and solve all your fucking problems? Well, let me say to these peons, they think this vaccine is going to solve their problems. The elites of Esau know what they're doing. They're pushing this vaccine just to get to the microchip so they can chip everyone so they can be in control. But that's when the Lord's going to just slap them. Nah, brother, you're not about to chip my elect. Simple and plain as that. It's not happening. You see? Continue, it says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity. Right. Heaven shall reveal his iniquity, meaning he's going to shine that light on Esau to show his true horns. It says, and the earth shall rise up against him. Right. The earth is going to combat itself. That's why the scriptures talk about pretty much the rocks and the beasts of the field shall be at league with thee, man. We're going to be like some spiritual, on a higher level, Aangs off of, what is that? The last airbender. You see? It says, verse 28, it says, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the days of his wrath. Right. That goes back to Revelation, the 18th chapter, where all this that he comprised of and, that he made is going to be desolated within an hour. It's going to be slapped and shoved right back in his face and destroyed, burning with fire. Verse 29, it says, the portion of a wicked man, this is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. Right. So this vaccine, Moderna, which is what? The now vaccine. Okay? This vaccine they're going to try to roll out. And like I did in my last lesson, Biden says he's going to try to get 300 million Americans to take this thing. But the Lord's going to be like, no, no, no. giving him a tumbo finger and blocked that shit right back in his face. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruits, Brother Kashakwala. Till the next time, and say shalom.